Right, so last time on the Dragons of Stormwreck Isle, you had escaped the Compass Rose after defeating a duo of harpies who had just released a new record. Everyone was very excited. But you were able to resist, mostly resist their siren song, and take care of them, push them into the ocean, do all sorts of fun stuff, and escape back to the mainland with the talisman of Orcus that you found in the ship's hold. When you were back at Dragon's Rest, Elder Runara said that the talisman could be cleansed if returned to the grave of the owner's husband, which resides on a cemetery on one of the cliff faces. So after the talisman was reunited with the long-lost husband, the curse was broken, and the compass rose, after being encased in fog, kind of vanished from sight, and the corpse of the gold dragon is now free of any corruption. The next morning, however, Elder Runara, if you remember, revealed herself to be a bronze dragon, who for hundreds of years has maintained Dragon's Rest after she defeated a blue dragon. The last time the Kingkiller star had passed by, they had a battle at the clifftop observatory where she ended up harnessing the comet's power and killing her foe, destroying much of the observatory in the process. But she was quite ashamed of the act of violence that she took, and devoted the rest of her life to peace, and founded Dragon's Rest. As the Kingkiller star approaches again, she must go into hiding, because she's afraid she may lose control again. But she fears that something evil is stirring at the clifftop observatory, the place where she had her final battle. And she asks the players to go and take care of it in her stead. Also, the winged kobold Mila mentioned that the last time she saw her brothers was near the clifftop observatory, where they were attacked by some rogue kobolds. That's where her wing got damaged, and she got passed out and woke up in Dragon's Rest. So when we start, we had just Runara had given her speech, revealed herself to be a dragon, and she gave you a key called a moonstone that will grant you easy access to the observatory. And that's where we'll start.
And is this the morning? Remind me what time of day we are right now.
It's just the morning.
Awesome.
You're all having after breakfast. You're gonna head out. He says it's about a 2-hour walk to the observatory. She recommends going by land.
The poor boat's had enough.
Yeah. Alright, is kind of done with letting us borrow that.
Yeah, it came back with even more holes last time.
Hey, we're rough adventurers. What can we say? The only thing that I care to do is, before we go, is just let Mila know that we are going there.
Yeah, I think last time you mentioned that to her, and she said, "I'll be on the lookout for my brothers."
I still go by and let her know, because I completely forget. Weylund forgets talking to her before about it.
It's the Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
It was just 5 minutes ago, but okay.
Oh, and I head out the door and I come back in. Just wanted you to know.
Are you going to be
Oh.
okay?
Yeah, he has to memorize his spells about 5 times a day.
Yeah. Also, the pseudo dragon Cranberry. You let him stay with Runara during when she's at her lair to help keep her at ease. And you think, oh yeah, one more important thing. Several days ago, before you arrived, there was a bronze wormling who was a student of Runara. They had a disagreement, and she believes that he headed to the clifftop observatory to kind of take care of business himself. And she asks you to look out for him too. She says his name is Aderon. But if you're all prepared...
No?
Yep. Good to go. Cranberry, you make sure to protect Runara as best you can, you brave little thing.
His chest puffs out. He gives a very, determined look on his lizard face, and you feel that in your mind. It's like I'll protect Runara with all my might.
Oh, it's so cute. She thinks that's it, and that's a tone that's in her head. Like, oh, it's so cute.
And then he has to breathe because he's holding in his breath. He's puffing on his chest.
Aw.
And Joey, last session, just so you know, my poor 10 dice that I rolled was a 1 and a 7. Oh, they're right there.
Okay.
Those were my. So that'll be fun for us, is to make someone crit fail something.
Yeah. Actually, it's a pretty cool thing.
I completely agree.
I remember looking into that when I was thinking about playing a wizard. It's like, it's like I can control fate.
Yeah.
Anyway. Go to the map. Alright, so the Clifftop Observatory is in the opposite end of the island. It's a couple hours hike. So, Weylund, this is kind of the most walking you've had to do.
He'll be fine. He's got a he's actually a lot more surprisingly spry on this than you'd think. But maybe he's just leaning into this old man thing a little more.
I mean, he spent his entire life being level 1. So now it's like he's like, oh wow, I have more hit points now. Ooh.
That's a good point.
Yeah, leveling makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, adventuring is not just a young person's game.
Even old timers can be useful.
As you hike, you get to kind of a wooded area, and you notice the wildlife around you has kind of grown quiet.
Uh-oh.
And I thought there's 2 musics playing, sorry. And when all of a sudden a discordant sound, half a low growl, half a piercing screech, rips through the air. Abruptly, a hulking creature comes into view. A mix of purple feathers with deep brown fur covers a bear-like body, and its large eyes stare hungrily at you with its owlish head. So as you walk down this path, this map doesn't reflect it that well because there's no trees, but a owlbear has crossed your path He's kind of taking a defensive stance as he growls and screeches at you. It's at the very bottom of the map if you're not there.
Does he look friendly?
He does not look friendly.
Okay.
Yeah, those are growls of kindness.
Yeah. He has that attack stance.
The claws of peace.
Yeah.
He's holding olive branches.
Hoot growl, hoot growl.
Yeah. But it is standing its ground.
Well, seems we have yet one more obstacle on this island in our path.
Oh, why didn't I choose speak with animals?
I'm not sure if this abomination even classifies as an animal at this point.
It's like
I actually don't know. Are they animals?
it's like pacing back and forth, not keeping his eyes off you. Giving a low growl. And owlbears are, even though I would probably allow it, owlbears are not beasts. They are monstrosities.
Okay.
There's a big controversy about that fact.
Oh, the owlbear community getting all up in arms.
Yeah.
That's an owl, but an owl is a beast. A bear is a beast if one's
Yeah.
sitting on top of each other. Beast.
But Weylund, being a historian buff yourself, you would know that owlbears were probably created by like a crazy wizard, a long time ago. That's why they don't count as
Gotcha.
beasts.
Makes
But
sense.
like you said, they're half owl, half bear. That's a beast to me.
Yeah. Half beast, half beast. Put it together. One
Yeah.
beast.
One piece.
How fractions work. Come on.
All right, what do you do?
I would like to get out of the way, hide from it, and then attack it.
Yeah, you would know that owlbears are extremely aggressive.
We must have stumbled onto this poor monstrosity's territory.
Takes a step forward.
Inadvertently.
Uh-oh. Can I, as a reaction, can I cast Entangle?
Sure, yeah.
Love
Would that be okay? Would that be okay, guys?
it. Please.
Okay. It's strength 13. Oh, it's an owlbear. That's probably a bad idea.
Probably pretty strong.
Well, it's hold on, don't roll it because its strength roll is going to be a 7 for this.
Not good bad,
Hey.
but it's 20 by 20 feet.
Yes.
I'm using my first portend on this. I just knew it would get caught by that.
So it's just any roll.
Yeah, it explicitly is attack roll, saving throw, or ability check made by you or a creature you can see.
That pretty much means everything except for death saves.
Yeah.
Okay, so entangle. Can you just link it on the chat? I'm guessing he's restrained if he fails
Yeah.
until the spell ends. Okay, so what do you choose to do when he's restrained? Because combat will begin unless you just decide to ignore him and like run away, basically.
Oh, yeah, we could run past him. Probably not very far, but
No. He's gonna break free on his next turn, most
yeah.
likely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely he will.
I say we take advantage of the time until he breaks free and see what damage we can do from far away.
I'll say this, since he is faster than most of you, he has a
Mhm.
speed of 40 feet. I'll let you, if you all choose to run, you can all move your run distance. And if he fails his next strength save, then he'll definitely have an opportunity to catch up with you. Or if he succeeds his next strength save to escape it, then he would be able to catch up with you. Or he can stand your ground, just take care of him now.
Weylund feels if it's not that. So if it's not us that meets their demise, if we run, then some poor traveler, maybe one of those nice kobolds, will meet their demise here. We must make this path safe.
I have short legs.
Yeah.
I actually think Revi, I think you have a speed of like 40.
I have short legs, but I can go the distance.
All right, so that will.
Go the distance.
Yeah, it just means you have less distance to go.
Exactly.
All right, but that
Yeah,
will start combat then.
I think we is fighting.
Don't forget to click your token.
Yep.
One big roll. Oh.
I clicked my token.
Oh no, you've got the Dustin problem.
I believe you, 100%.
I'm the one who called it out.
No, I said I was being
No.
7.
Yeah.
Love it when the dice kind of match what you'd expect reality to be, because he's tangled, so
Yeah.
he should go last.
Actually, I wonder if he gets like. No, he probably doesn't get disadvantage on. Let me make sure if he's strained.
You should print out the conditions. I
Well-
feel like that's the most referenced page.
Yeah, let's just have a bookmark. Speed becomes 0, can't benefit from any speed bonuses. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. Creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
I'm glad we looked that up. This is awesome.
Yep. But Calla, you're first. You have everyone has advantage.
All right, it's short bow time. Pew.
10 will miss, but you have advantage, so you roll twice.
Nice.
17 hits.
Cool.
You will get sneak attack. For 10 damage.
Since we already have advantage, is there any purpose in hiding behind Arnid?
I mean, next turn he may not have advantage. So I would say it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, that and you don't. He might not target you if you're hidden. He might not see you.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, so it's stealth.
Yep.
Okay.
You can actually hide behind any medium-sized creature, so you can hide behind anyone.
Yeah, but Arnid's right there.
Yeah. 19. Yeah, he's just too worried about trying to get the vines like undone, and he's got an arrow that got shot in his flank that he doesn't notice you hide behind.
Arrowed.
Well, actually, I might recommend hiding behind Weylund, because Arnid's just gonna probably run up to him next turn.
That is an excellent point. If I can change my answer.
Yeah.
No, she's fine.
Okay.
Can't promise you Weylund's gonna stay put though.
Heck, nabbit.
I know I'm pretty good with knives.
He's good with nothing.
Right, Arnid.
Alright. I'm gonna run up, but I'm not getting in melee range, because then I'd have to go through the entangle thing. So...
Well, I think it's just difficult terrain. It's not like, It's
But
not
no,
like...
if I step in there, I have to roll.
Do you?
Are you
It-
sure?
It does not protect against allies.
Well, I thought it's only in creatures there when you cast it can get tangled.
Yes.
Yeah, a creature in the area when you cast it. Well,
You're thinking of, like that bramble, I think. That just does damage when you run through it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's when you cast a spell, that's when you get entangled. Otherwise, it's just difficult terrain.
Okay. No, it's different how it used to be. And It's never come up for later
Okay.
turns.
Fair enough.
Okay. Well. Yeah, sure. I'll go in and. Let's see.
When you get close, Arnid, you notice something is actually tied around his neck.
That gives me pause. Can I do perception to figure out what it is?
Sure. 20. He has a whistle tied around his neck, and you also notice that he seems to be wearing not clothing, but some like flourishes that are like very brightly covered. It was hard to notice at first against the colors of his plumage.
Whistle for stranger danger.
I think it's a performing owlbear. Well, we don't see that. I don't know why I'm talking.
Yeah.
I am going to not attack then. I am instead going to try to pull the whistle off.
Right. Give me a strength check. Alright, 14. You're able to like tries to like make a swipe at you, but his paws are all tangled up, and you're able to take that slow movement and kind of rip the whistle from around its neck. And it looks like a whistle, I guess.
Okay.
But that is your action.
Yep. Hold up. I hold a hand up. Probably the same fist you grabbed that with, to try to indicate to the others to pause their attacks.
Yeah, Revi doesn't do anything. She like has her hands up trying to control what she has up, the vines and stuff. But she doesn't attack.
Yeah.
But she also doesn't let go.
Oh, you Weylund.
Hey. I think I'm a pretty smart guy. I can get, we've been working together for a few days, a few missions. I am going to not attack, but I'm going to ready. I am going to ready Scorching Ray because 3 attacks with advantage would have been awesome, just in case. And I will release that when Arnid gives indication that we should be attacking again. Towards the owlbear.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, I forget, Joey, that you are not, genie style with these readied actions. So.
Right,
Okay.
it's not going to stop the owlbear though from attacking.
Yep.
So he's going to take a claw. 13 will miss Arnid.
Yep.
Then try to bite you with his beak. 21.
That hits.
Yeah, you take 12 piercing damage.
We do silvery barbs instead as a reaction. No, I cannot. Yeah, I can because it's a reaction. So I'm gonna have you re-roll that attack.
Okay. Let's beak attack.
He tastes awful. You don't want to do it.
Rolls a 23.
Well, now you know he's actually delicious.
Yep. But I'll use the new number I roll, so you only take 9.
Hey yo, I helped.
But someone gets. I guess you get advantage anyway. But
Yeah.
if someone gets advantage, who are you gonna give it to?
I am going to give it to Calla. She already has all means of getting advantage. Revi.
Oh, Revi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, hold on. I am actually going to give it to
Right.
Arnid because it's in attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. He might have to do something because he's close to it.
Yeah.
It's going to be Arnid. Sorry, Revi.
It's okay. It's fine.
Even the spell's
I'm
tapping its foot is
fine.
listening.
Oh, you just
I
can't,
owe you one.
you just can't make a decision.
Okay, final answer.
All right.
This
So
is
we're
that Doctor
barbs.
Strange part of Spider-Man all over again.
All right, Calla, you gonna do anything?
Calla kind of peeks out from behind Weylund. Arnid, what's going on?
I think it's a person. Ow.
Oh. Okay, I'll stay back here then.
And I get what you're doing, but since you yelled from behind Weylund, you are no longer hidden.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What if she uses ventriloquism?
That was me.
I use my crowbar.
Hand reaches around shoulder, lifts Weylund's mouth open and closed.
Right, Arnid.
If only I knew dispel magic. Good question. I don't know. Pretty good indication that this thing's polymorphed or something, but it doesn't seem to like me. Anything happen if I blow the whistle?
You blow it, but no sound comes out. But the owlbear seems visibly, affected by it. Give me an animal handling check.
Oh boy.
You're
It's
good
not
at that.
restrained. That's no.
You want to do that with advantage? I think your next action has to be the next thing you do. It has to be
It does. It has to
Oh,
be
okay.
Yeah.
ability check.
Ooh.
20.
Nice.
Even better.
You blow into this whistle. No sound comes out. Like I said, when the owlbear actually seems to calm down, and its heavy breathing just kind of slows, and it actually kind of lays down next to you, kind of looks up at you, or not looks up, kind of eye level you at this point, and just kind of puts his head down like a puppy that knew he just peed on the carpet.
Does it stop biting?
It is not biting anymore.
Okay.
I'll drop the entangle.
Okay, yeah. The vines dissipate.
I'm going to risk moving back.
Doesn't do anything. It is
I thought
now
we were.
completely calm.
That could have been better.
I thought we were attacking. Now I feel like a jerk.
Oh, it was necessary at the time.
You couldn't have known.
You kind of pause at the arrow that's stuck in its flank and tries to reach for it.
I'll go up and cautiously, with my hands up, showing nothing, point to the arrow and indicate that I want to help.
Yeah.
Does it understand?
Yeah, it after the whistle's been blown, it seems to be pretty calm.
Okay, I'll attempt to get the.
Give me a give me a medicine check as you attempt to remove the arrow. 20. Yeah, you know the best way to remove it without causing too much pain or damage. And while it does let out a little like a yelp and a growl as you remove it, he immediately just kind of returns to his docile state and will actually kind of move his head towards yours, kind of like giving your body a nuzzle.
She pets the head, like, softly.
It will stand up, yawn, kind of shake. When you do so, you notice there's some like bells on its clothing. Gives a little jingle. You can just walk away.
Attack of opportunity.
No.
It's distracted.
Release my scorching ray. I'm just kidding. Please don't.
You do see, you kind of follow him with your eyes. He kind of goes a few meters into the woods here, and he kind of settles next to a large cage that was broken. He kind of like lays in front of it, starts to nap.
Huh.
But you are free to pass.
Let's see if there's any indications of like ownership on the cage. Any I don't know, any symbols or like brands or something like that.
See some markings that seem to be from probably a traveling circus.
That checks out.
Must have gone washed on shore somehow.
Okay.
Maybe they were moving the cage and something bad happened.
Yeah. Well, glad he's okay. Arnid, hold on to that device. We may need it on our way back.
You know, there's a bunch of skeletons in the cage. No, that's not true.
You've gotta eat something.
Yeah.
I got
It's a bunch of skeletons in clown uniforms.
Called costumes when clowns are wearing them.
That's true.
Yeah, that one sure did taste funny.
Oh jeez.
Bun. Bun would be funny if like one of them was Pimner for their other game. Would that be funny or tragic? I don't know.
You never know with clowns which one it is.
Yeah.
I was reading, Joey, and you'll be happy to know that I played according to the rules. It apparently does take a spell slot to ready a spell. So.
Yeah, so you do lose that spell.
I do lose that. Yeah. You suck. I was gonna have 3 scorching rays with advantage.
You did say that, so.
I did say that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
no arguing. I just wanted some attaboys.
Is that like half your spell slots? Jeez.
It's half of my second level, yeah.
Yep. Good for me, I guess. But you'll spend a little more time heading to the observatory.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Let's see here.
Who said don't take the boat?
I think that was Runara. She must have known it would be.
So, as you approach, you're not quite at this little cliff face yet, but clambering over the rocky ground, a Stormwreck Wreck Isle, you spot a strange, twisted protrusion of glassy crystal jutting from the earth. The vegetation in this area bears reddish branching scars that form similar shapes. Suddenly, you hear a screeching roar, and notice a winged, glittering blue shape swooping overhead.
Hmm.
And it very quickly just flies overhead to the observatory.
It was blue.
It was blue, yes.
Oh, that's good.
Oh boy.
Do you continue ahead?
Now we run away and hide in a cave.
A fitting end to the chapter.
Well, there's something in the sky. Might as well turn back.
What are the odds of 2 blue dragons in a couple thousand years?
Seem to be getting better by the minute. Yeah, I had Ford.
Same.
Yep.
Sure.
A broken and overgrown path winds to the edge of a cliff. The overlook is marked by 2 marble statues veined with gold, each carved in the shape of a dragon, with its mouth open in a silent roar. You do see the observatory, several, about 100 feet off the cliff face. And it's like, but it's definitely seen better days. Like Runara said, this was the site of her battle with that blue dragon, and it just seemed to have like decimated it. But there are parts of it still standing.
Not one of them being the bridge.
There is no bridge, like at all. There's not even evidence of a bridge.
What are the star things on the map?
Those are the two. Those are the 2 dragon statues.
Okay.
Is there some sort of inscription or anything that might give a hint to something magical bridge?
Well, if you do take a closer look at it, at the base of each statue is a small hexagonal indentation about 1 inch wide and 2 inches deep.
Key! Right?
Hmm?
Key?
Right.
Oh,
You're right.
What do you do?
Weylund's about to try to throw a stick in there to see if it's like an invisible bridge when he hears you go, "Key!" Oh, that's a...
Only
Of
the
course,
pious
of course.
man shall pass.
Yeah. Of course, that's... And he hides the stick. Clearly, what must be done?
For some reason, Weylund, your icon is transparent.
Well, his skin gets... I mean, it's see-through, basically.
Yeah.
Barely stretched over his bones and fats.
He moisturizes.
Moisturizing.
Yeah, it's not opaque to me, or it's opaque to me.
Well, it's because I'm the DM. I think.
Doppelganger.
An out-of-body experience.
Which one do we shoot?
Oh, well, I'll live with it.
The one that's sleeping.
I was messing with Vision the other day, so that's probably why.
Yeah. Well, it looks
I love
normal to
that
me
Scarlet
too.
Show.
All right. I'm sorry. What were you doing?
I was pretending that I wasn't about to throw a stick because I think the key is the right call, or the stone, whatever.
You do throw a
Never
stick
know.
out, and it goes into the water, about 30 feet below you.
Ooh.
Remove 1 stick from your inventory.
I found it on the ground.
Well, put it in your inventory and then take it out.
We gotta have the paper trail.
Don't want the IRS after us. Which of us even has the key?
I'm not sure, but I think Calla was pretty excited by it.
Okay.
She would not give me the key.
Well, you just took it without her noticing.
Well, it doesn't matter who is given the key. You have it.
It is shiny.
Yeah, I think you would have it.
All right. I take a look at the key and I take a look at the hole and I kind of shrug and stick it in.
Okay.
Doesn't work, it would be really hyped up for not working.
I felt smart for once, okay?
Oh, I know why it's transparent. Okay, sorry. That's what was wrong. Right, so you insert the end of the key that matches the indentation, and the veins of gold in each of the dragon statues begin to glow, and a shimmering blue bridge then appears. The slight rumble from this end to the observatory.
Magic bridge.
Yeah, it seems to be like a bridge made of light.
Awesome.
A portal.
I throw another stick.
Portal
Does it stay
2.
on the bridge?
This one does, yes.
Okay, it stays on there. Perfect. It can at least hold up a stick.
So I'll go first.
Yeah. Twice my weight.
Practically all stick.
I take a tentative step onto it, ready to cast Featherfall if I need to.
Take a
I
step
have a
forward.
rope. Do you want a rope around your waist?
Just break me in half, young lady. No, I do have
that's fair.
Featherfall for real.
As you take a step forward, your foot does make contact with something very solid.
Awesome. I walk forward a few more steps and wave the. Seems to be solid to me.
I wonder what happens if we take the key out.
Ah!
You're just looking at it like, do I?
No.
I hope we're not going to need it again.
See, how far is this? He said it's 100-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, approximately, yeah.
I won't be able to mage hand it back. Yeah, that's a really good point. Should we see? I wonder if it's time. I don't know. I'm scared being on
If we
the.
need it, we know where to find it.
Well,
We're making things too complicated.
yeah.
Yeah. As you get closer to the opening here, you hear these little high-pitched, like, voices just yelling and screaming, go, "Get away! Get away! Get away!" And you hear these, like, these little, like, even tinier, like, screeching sounds and little gargles as you get closer. You hear this, like, buzzing noise.
Sounds like trouble ahead, and somebody is in it.
I think we're about to be in it.
You're not
Hopefully
wrong.
not in this water. I try to get off the bridge. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you see.
Oh Lord, it's a lot.
Broken stone lines this plaza fragments of elegant statues, once magnificent pillars, and shining marble walls. At the center, a tall sculpture of rusted planets and gilded stars spins idly in a jerky mimicry of celestial motion. A gargled... What's that?
Another orrery.
It is a orrery. This one is not full of lightning, like it was in the Hags. A gargled screech suddenly rises from across the plaza. A half a dozen bat-like creatures are swarming around two winged kobolds with blue paint smeared across their long snouts. The kobolds are fighting fiercely, but they seem to be close to being overwhelmed. And as you all enter the room, these little creatures will notice you. And we're going to roll initiative. So these things are pretty tiny. Trying to spell it right so I can show you.
We're all over the place.
So think of these as like little, like mutant mosquito creatures, but the size of a grapefruit.
You ever see the original Conan movie?
All I remember
No,
is
never.
the one quote that everyone remembers from it.
And hear the lamentations of the women.
Yeah, exactly.
They sing it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to show you. There's a musical
Haven't-
version.
Yes. Was that Robot Chicken?
I don't know. No, this was something else.
I do know what you're talking about, though. It's very catchy.
It really is.
Right. So
That's
there are,
Enemies.
That is some DM dedication. A turn for each individual one.
yeah, I mean,
Look at you.
what can I say?
But which one's which?
If you hover over them on the turn order, it'll show you which one's which.
Oh,
Yeah. So real.
dang.
Yeah, right? So you now know which one to attack.
Mm.
Man, these things, I did not expect them to
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
get ahead of Revi. Jeez.
2, 3.
Nat 20 and you go third.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's 8 of these things swarming around. And pretty fast, but you're pretty far away. So it's gonna fly up to you. They're dashing basically. Like the minute you entered, they just start swarming towards you. Right, Revi.
All right. Infestation on the top one.
Okay.
Oh, that's why I still have my. Okay, that one.
All right, what do I roll? Constitution. Okay. It rolls a 10.
What is this against? I can't.
Oh, it's whatever your spell saving throw is.
Oh, right.
Which is a 13, I think.
I don't even know where to check.
It says it above your spell listing.
Oh, yes, 13.
Alright, yeah. So you hit the one next to Arnid?
Yeah.
Yeah, so a bunch of little mites start stinging him and it falls out of the air. And when it hits the ground, it's already dead.
These really aren't that resilient.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my. That was me.
This one's close enough, though. It's going to go up to Arnid and attempt to takes out its little sucker mouth. It's going to attempt to blood drain on Arnid. Rolls a 21.
Hits.
So you take 6 piercing damage as it gets a soft spot, like right where your neck is, like above the armor, in between some scales. You take 6 piercing damage, and it is now attached to you.
Ooh.
It likes me.
Shoot. Okay. Let's go fly this way. This kobold gonna fly up and attempt to stab at it. Rolls a 14, which is enough. He stabs this syringe right through the belly. And he goes, "Die!" And it falls to the ground.
A syringe?
Syringe. Syringe?
Sturge.
Sturge. Okay, sure.
Ah.
We're gonna dash up here. Right, Weylund.
1, 2, 3. Weylund is going to cast Magic Missile at from one in front of Arnid, then the 2 below him.
Okay, yep.
So 1, 2, 3, and that. Oh wow!
Yep. So the one attached to Arnid.
Yeah, I assume Magic Missile it always hits its target.
Always hits its target.
Okay. Okay, good.
Yep. So the one just explodes Arnid before it can draw any blood. Just explodes and a little bit of guts right in front of his face. And then, bam, bam. The other bolts hit those, and those one dies.
Oh, I forgot to take. How much damage did it give me? I forgot.
6.
Move 30 feet over this way, in front of this bridge. And I'll say, "You're safe now." I'll yell that to the kobolds.
It's like, no, I'm not. As this one goes over to it.
You will be. Romantic.
Rolls an 8, which is not hit. All right, Calla.
Right, I'm gonna take aim at this one. Where's my actions? There it is.
One hits. For 9 damage. That one dies. Going to attempt to hide?
Sure.
Might as well.
Might as well.
Stealth. Fortunately, you see one of the beady eyes of the syringes kind of follow you behind Arnid, so it knows you're there.
Aw.
This kobold's going to try to stab the one that tried to attach itself to it. For a 16. Which killed it. Right, Arnid. Oh, then he will kind of run to safety.
see. Alright, going to get over here, I guess. And I'll go here. And I'll do Sacred Flame, where it has to do a DC Dex save of 12.
Rolls an 18.
Okay, so
Yeah,
nothing
they're-
happens.
They're fast little buggers.
Yeah, I figured, but this is the only ranged thing I have without using a spell, and not using that on some kobolds.
Wow. It's gonna fly towards you, but this out of reach has to dash. Right, Revi.
All right. I'll go up 30 feet. I think that was to here. Or was that to here? I think it was to here. And do another infestation.
Right. Constitution.
Greatest hits.
Rolls a 12. Your spell saves a 13, right?
Yep.
Right, again, this little boils form as these little mites bite at skin. It falls to Arnid's feet. Very much dead. So at this point, the panic kobolds, notice you. And they raise their daggers towards you. They go, thanks, I guess. For the moment, we'll go out of initiative, but they have their weapons raised. They kind of fly up a few feet in the air, but their hands are shaking a little bit.
Are you two meek and men?
Where do you hear those names?
I know your sister Mila. We're good friends. We mean you no harm.
They look at each other and they go, yeah, we're meek and men. And Joey as a DM is impressed that Brice remembered something.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, I'm kind of impressed.
I wrote it down. It's the only note I have, but I took it.
He goes, yeah, we're meek and men. I'm meek. I'm in.
I just said we mean you no harm. Your sister's very worried about you two. Did not know if you were safe.
What's her name then?
It's Mila, and she likes books, and has a hurt wing.
She does like books. Yeah, she does have hurt wings. They lower their daggers. Well, if you know Mila, combat will end.
Hooray!
But they still kind of they kind of stop their flying and kind of go to the ground. You notice like Mila, they're a little bigger than the average kobold. And of course they do have wings. They have the same red rusty color as Mila does, but they do have the blue face paint covering their face. And they go, well, what are you doing here? Is Milo okay?
Mila is recovering just fine. And now I don't know the names of anything. What do we call where we were staying at?
Dragonsville. Dragon's Rest.
Dragon's Rest. Is recovering at Dragon's Rest.
Where are we again? Where's my pudding?
Dragon's Rest. That's where kind of says lightly, he's like, that's where the bronze one came from. It's like, yeah, he said it was from Dragon's Rest. He's like, okay, so no big deal. I guess. What are you doing here?
What can you tell us about what's happening here?
Well, should we trust them? It's like, well, they said they know Mila. It's like, yeah, but they're also from Dragon's Rest, and the Master doesn't like that place. It's like, yeah, that's true. But they did save us from those like stingy things. Like, yeah, they did. Okay. Well, we serve Sparkrender now. So yeah, Sparkrender, he's our master now.
And who is that?
Oh, he's only the coolest dragon you've ever met. Yeah, like we're preparing for the ritual. Yeah, we're preparing for the ritual. And he points to these very crudely made effigies that kind of surround the room. Like you see, like the rubble have been kind of arranged and kind of sculpted into these very crude images of dragons. And each one is colored a different color. One is kind of painted bronze, one is gold, one is blue, one is red, and one is brass. It's like yeah, we're preparing we're preparing for the ritual.
And from all my talk with Runara and learning about the King Killer Star, when is it expected to pass over? For the millionth time I'm asking this.
She was thinking it's like today.
Okay. And I assume this ritual will be happening tonight?
It's like, oh yeah, the Sparkrender thinks it's gonna be any time now. It's gonna be close enough for the ritual to begin. We're just we're just making sure everything's prepared and he's resting.
What will this ritual accomplish?
It's like
that you are preparing for?
Oh, this will make them all powerful.
Ah.
He's gonna harness the power of all the dragons on this island. That's what the other kobolds tell me. And when he does, then those metallic dragons will rue the day they cross his path. And he'll finally get revenge for his ancestors' death. And they kind of look excited by this. Like it's the coolest thing they've ever heard.
But I hear a lot of things that Sparkrender will be getting, but what will Meek and Min get?
Well, we'll have an all-powerful dragon to serve.
Kobolds. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang it. That is enough for them.
But if he's already so great now, how would the ritual make him any better?
Well, I mean, he has a lot of growing to do. But imagine the power of the dragon magic on this island of all siphoned into his body, how powerful he'll become after that. I mean, despite his size, he's going to be even more powerful than Runara herself with all that magic flowing through his veins. Like, yeah, imagine.
I don't know how much more war this island can take.
Well, one of them goes, there was that other one that came here a few weeks ago, that other human. It's like, yeah, she wasn't so happy with us. Sparkrender took care of her. It's like, yeah, she probably deserved it. It's like, yeah, it did seem good.
What do you mean by took care of her? Is she dead?
Oh, if you could say she's a little toasty now. And they start kind of laughing. It's like, yeah, you don't want to cross a dragon.
Ha ha ha.
That's one mystery solved. I'm sad.
Arnid's gonna look over to Weylund and say, "You want him?"
I wouldn't mind it. I would not mind it at all. I don't want to have to do anything to these guys, though.
They are not threatening at the moment.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I understand that you're helping prepare for this ritual, but it seems I look at the statues. Seems like you've done an excellent, high quality job, and seems like it's just waiting to begin.
Like,
Yes.
like he goes, oh, thank you. I did that one. And he points to the red one, just as like part of the wing falls off. And he goes, oh, fix that. Don't tell Sparkrender.
I would never.
How does this ritual happen?
Oh, when the comet draws near, then he kind of points to the augury. It's like, you see that one right there, and he kind of points to like a golden like sphere in the sky that's like slowly rotating. It's like when that gets close enough to the big round thing there, they say that's where we live, but that seems silly to me. That's when Sparkrender will get more powerful, and all of the magic from the dragons will start to gather, and through these effigies here, they'll channel into Sparkrender, and he will become all powerful. Yeah, and those chromatic dragons will bow before him. It's like, yeah, just like his great-great-grandfather did. Just like his grandfather did all those years ago. It's like, yeah, revenge, yeah, woo! They've drunk the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out something. I don't have any magic, so I'm just gonna have to rely on chit chat.
In the meantime, Arnid, do you want to like do anything about your health?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I? While this is going on, I'm gonna use a channel divinity option to just give myself 15 HP.
Okay.
Since all of your tasks have been completed, and have you considered possibly flying to Dragon's Rest to let your sister know that you're okay? She's so worried.
Well, maybe we'll go there when Sparkrender, goes there and lays waste to it. It's like, yeah, I think that'll be a good time to find Mela.
Oh, or perhaps you could warn her so she's not lost in the chaos.
Oh, once she sees the power of Sparkrender, she's surely gonna follow us.
Well, she'll get a very good view of his power when she's there as he's destroying it.
It's like, exactly.
And don't call her
die.
Shirley.
He goes, like, that little bronze one, like, tried to say the same thing, but Sparkrender locked him up, so he's not a problem anymore.
Well, I guess we should try a different tactic here then. We would heard so much about the stories of Sparkrender that you've been telling us. It would be lovely to meet him in person.
Give me a deception check.
Not gonna go well.
I'm curious about what they said of the what did they say, what color was it, the thing they had?
The little bronze one.
Little bronze one, yeah.
While they're while he's talking to them, I'm going to roll a sleight of hand. Okay. I don't do a very good job hiding the fact I just chuck one of the statues over the side.
Lord.
Okay, so first,
feel like my good deception roll has been ruined.
He goes, it's like, oh, if you wanna see him, then I'm sure he'll love some more followers. Says to you, Weylund. But then there's a crash as you tip over one of the effigies. And
You fool of a took.
it's like, but he actually just goes, careful. Now I've got to rebuild it.
Oh, so sorry. I was just admiring it.
I mean, if you weren't so dragon-like and majestic, I might be angry, but... This is
Yes.
well, this is the bronze one. I don't really care about this one. This is the one. This is the one that Sparkrender's ancestor fought and killed. But it was a cool battle. But I gotta fix it. So I'll stay here. He goes, Meek, show them the way of Sparkrender, would you? He goes, yeah, sure. He will go over to this little pulley. And he goes this way. He says kind of proudly, it's like, we built this. So, like, the ones that can't fly, like, we'll be able to reach them. He points to the tower that's connected to, that's about, 15 feet higher than the level you're at now.
What a genius idea.
Yeah.
That's very progressive of you.
Truly the most intelligent kobolds I've ever met.
So you do get a nice view of the ocean. But you see that there is actually a lower level of this tower that's completely blocked off by rubble, kind of like on the shore there. He says, "Usually two of us have to do this, but I'll try it for myself." He takes both hands on the little pulley and starts to rotate it with as much effort as he can, and the lift slowly begins to go up.
Wow, look at how strong you are.
He goes, uh-huh!
Who's a big boy?
Oh, I'm a big boy. I'm Sparkrender's little boy. Big boy. Big brave boy. But after some effort, you do get to the top. You hear Miki go, "Tell Sparkrender I said hi." And what you see is rays of light dance across the remains of this tower's stained glass dome, making iridescent colors shimmer across the crumbled marble walls. Gilded lines and jeweled inlays form a detailed star map spanning the dusty floor. 4 alabaster statues of scholars stand around the perimeter of the room, their expressions worn with time. Each 10-foot tall statue is pointing or gesturing in a different direction. Curled in the northeast corner of the tower is a little blue dragon. Lightning arcs around his horns and snout as he slumbers amid scattered collection of coins and glittering jewels. He is obviously resting.
Maybe we shouldn't disturb.
So imagine each time he breathes out words like his horn kind of like pulses with little sparks. You go meow, 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 meow. He looks kind of cute in that icon, but this is what it looks like.
Oh,
A little less cute.
Well, it's
angry
cute.
boy.
He's an angry boy, but he is sleeping, so it's kind of cute.
Fun.
So he is a wormling, which is a juvenile dragon. That doesn't mean he's a baby. It just means he's not old enough to be big yet.
Less than 100
Yep.
or something. The elf might think he's young.
Look at that wizard in the picture. What a goober. He looks like... all of these people definitely look like they are playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, these are cosplayers.
Oh yeah, the people.
Yeah.
Though if you watch the show, the two on the left do match it.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this,
Okay.
but these are the like kind of grown-up versions of the people from the '80s cartoon.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wizard, the cavalier, and the acrobat. Because acrobat was a class apparently.
Wow. Old D&D was weird.
I don't think I ever showed you this one, but this is in the shipwreck.
Yeah, you should
You
have seen
did.
it.
You did.
Well, according to my thing, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I did in the Discord.
The cleric is new though. There was no cleric in the show.
Yeah.
What was the healer class?
There wasn't one.
Oh,
Or
well, that's
I
useful.
mean, from the characters in the show, but yes, in the original, I think there was eventually a cleric, and like, in an expansion they added paladins, and like druids were one of the last ones they ever made, classes. Or no, it was priest was the original one.
Alright, so this spark render is kind of napping in the corner in a small hoard. Small pile of treasures. These statues pointing in random directions. What do you do?
Let's see. I whispered to my group here. It seems that this dragon is only out for power and destruction. I do not see how we can permit that. Many of our friends will come to harm if we allow that to happen. I do not think we have a choice here.
Revi looks nervous but nods.
I don't think this one has a whistle.
We could try. Maybe the owl bear. Do owl bears fly? Do they have wings?
No, they do not.
Yes.
Dang
They-
it. Okay.
They will eventually though.
Yeah, if,
Okay.
if any more
Apparently-
wizards mess with them.
Now, apparently they're going to get flight in that update.
Oh,
No, that's
in
funny.
1D&D?
Yeah,
Really?
at least that's what I've heard.
Wow. Okay.
Because
As
they
if
weren't
they aren't-
they
I was
weren't
gonna
powerful enough.
That's what I was gonna say because they're not powerful enough.
Imagine a flying bear. That's basically what's going to be.
Ooh.
This kind of makes sense. Like, at least a variant of him, you know? Like, that
Right.
can fly.
A
If
variant.
Alan can fly, why not?
Well, Revi, I foresee if you were to cast your same entanglement, I foresee that succeeding unless he has legendary resistances and saves. Which I actually don't know if he does, and I'm obviously not going to find out with meta-wise.
Revi nods and cautiously. Let me just map things out. Okay, she can do it from where she stands. Entangle.
Okay, and since he is sleeping, he's automatically going to fail. Which is-
Oh,
which is
perfect.
good.
I didn't realize that.
Do we want to look around first while he's sleeping?
Oh, that's a... Ooh.
He might notice when he gets entangled, though.
Yeah, but he might. But we could, if there's something in here, like a dragon killing button.
Yeah.
Do we want to
yeah,
check out the
that's-
statues at all?
Well, Weylund's not so great with the sneaky snake. Probably gonna knock some stuff over.
I'll just leave this
But,
here, but I'm gonna say you haven't cast it yet.
Okay. But if you want, I definitely think that's not a bad idea at all, to see if there's anything that can help us in this upcoming tough fight.
Yeah, so just to remind you, these statues are pointing kind of random directions, and the floor is actually engraved with, like, a star map.
Does it look like the statues can be moved?
You won't know until you try.
And I bet that's gonna make noise.
Weylund, do the stars look familiar at all?
I look to see if the stars look familiar at all.
Roll me history.
18.
18. I'll say since you've been studying Star Killer Star at the King Killer Star at the library, with an 18 history, you notice that this is basically a like, you notice some of the constellations and the star patterns, and you do see what you think to be the King Killer Star, like a very prominent celestial body in the engraving.
Gotcha. It appears to be mapping out potentially the path of the King Killer Star, or whatever you said, and I described that.
Huh.
Perhaps it's indicating when the alignment is right for his ascension.
You see, you think this might be like a little more decorative, but like, but obviously the orrery in the floor below was kind of like the scholars here were probably trying to predict its predict its appearance, like in the wild space and all that stuff.
But it could be more decorative than scientific.
And we'll say it is around here where the engraving of the comet is.
And since we've been here and been looking at it, the engraving hasn't moved.
No,
has
no,
it?
yeah,
Okay.
it's not magical or anything.
Okay. Those are all my ideas. If we want to get in there, like I said, I don't think clomping around is good for me, but I would definitely pass that off to someone who is sneakier, like our Calla.
And do what?
I look for anything that could assist us. Potentially, I have no idea what you would even be looking for.
You do think once you step in here, you're going to be making noise.
Oh no!
So
The clinky coins.
yeah. Well, Calla, you do have those boots that basically make you silent, so you can move
That
around
is
freely. Because since he is sleeping, he can't see you.
I don't know where to go or what to do. Just be sneaky.
I don't know.
Well, you wanted to see if the statues can move.
That's gonna make noise, though. There.
We won't know.
You can move into a spot to hide behind, prepare for the fight.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I will sneak behind this dude. And while I'm there, I'll take a look at the statue and see if anything looks interesting.
One thing I will warn in advance, since a dragon is involved, do not bunch up.
Yeah, you see
You-
Arnid breathe breath weapons.
Yep, good call.
Give me a perception check, Calla, as you look at the statue.
Perception check.
Or investigation, I should say.
Oh, investigation
Probably,
check.
probably about the same. Yeah, I'll take that one. You take a close look, and you do think that these statues can be rotated.
Huh. I make a little waving motion with my arms and indicate that to the rest of the group.
Is she saying we should attack him?
Is that what it means?
Put your arms in the air like you just don't care.
But I don't.
I would say with that high of a investigation, you think that it won't be noisy enough to attract attention being this far away from him.
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna try to make a point at the King Killer Star for no apparent reason.
Right, so it makes a tiny bit of noise, but you're sneaky enough where you make it point and kind of rotate it a little bit. It's now pointing in this direction. Towards the engraving of the star.
And then I listen and look.
Oh, nothing happens. Besides the statue moving.
I shrug.
But, you are going to do basically a surprise attack. Casting Entangle will wake up the dragon, but Calla, you will be hidden if you're taking the hide action beforehand.
Absolutely.
Right? Is that what you guys doing?
I'm down.
Let's do it.
Alright.
Do either of you want to go anywhere first?
I will wake up. I can't move silently enough.
I mean, potentially you could.
I don't want to risk it.
Well, you think of it like you'll be doing it at the same time as her casting it. So even if you are loud, the spell's going off at the same time as you're loud.
Is that true, Joey?
The spell will take if you're casting the spell to start combat. That means Weylund will have to move in initiative.
Yeah,
But if you're
that's fine.
moving beforehand, then you will have to make a stealth check.
And I don't want him to wake up and take off before he can get entangled. He has wings, right?
Does that
Yeah.
wings?
Not risking it. Not worth it.
Okay.
I appreciate it, but no. No. Catching up on the pictures. Like that bear looks terrified.
Alright, so where do you want to position Entangle? Because it doesn't have to be all in the room. Do you want it to be more like this?
Probably.
Yeah, so just basically where he's sleeping, you want to have the
Yeah.
Entangle spot?
Pretty please.
Okay. Right, so since he's sleeping, he'll automatically fail. He will be restrained. But he will wake up immediately. His eyes flash blue with lightning as the vines kind of, ensnare his body. And he lets out this horrific screeching sound. And he goes, "I was having the most wonderful dream!" And we'll start initiative. Or sorry, yeah, roll for initiative.
That does stink to be yanked out of a good
Yeah.
dream.
I dreamt I was all powerful.
Wait, why are we attacking him again?
Because colored,
'Cause he's
chromatic
careful,
dragons
careful
are
what you say.
evil. Yeah, I changed it. Chromatic dragons are evil,
Yeah.
and he wants to become more powerful and more evil.
One unfortunate thing about dragons is if you're kind of born chromatic or metallic, you kind of lean towards that mentality.
And the talk with Meek and Min confirmed that he's not becoming powerful for good reasons.
Yeah. Arnid, did you roll?
Oh, whoops.
And so, in order to save the dragon's rest, and potentially the rest of the world, we need to put a stop to him.
This one little dragon's gonna destroy the entire world.
Hey, we don't know how powerful the
Yeah.
King Killer makes him.
Alright, so you did not roll very well. Revi, you are concentrating.
Yes.
But you're first.
Yeah, there's not much I can do from where I'm at.
But he is awake, he sees you.
Now I can still do spells so long as they also don't use concentration.
Right.
Yeah, or
Yes.
Okay.
If you use another
Cool.
concentration, then that spell will break.
Yeah, I really can't do much, guys.
Well, I mean, this was a great start for sure. I don't lose this because the restraint to give us all advantage is key.
Yeah.
That's going to be real useful.
Do you
have, like, a bow?
Do you just stand on the elevator?
All right. I have a sling, but I could just. Okay, I could use ice knife. But,
Oh yeah, you'll get advantage on that too.
Yeah.
Oh, was that a 17?
Yeah.
17 will hit him.
Do.
Alright, so this was 5 piercing, but the cold is for the explosion, correct? Or does each person take of the 7?
Piercing damage, hit or miss, the shard then explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet must succeed a dexterity
Okay.
saving throw.
So he does take 5, and then he does a dexterity,
Yeah.
which you will have disadvantage on.
Doesn't he automatically fail if he's restrained?
I think it said he gets.
Dexterity?
Disadvantage.
Yeah, I think it says disadvantage.
Okay, fair enough.
I just did it since he was incapacitated, basically. He was asleep.
I understand.
Yeah. But he'll do dexterity. By the way, this is my favorite boss music. Try to use it whenever there's a boss encounter.
Yeah.
Okay, dexterity.
Which part? The escape from shadow or invisible
Yeah.
mount? Okay.
He rolls a 17. That means he will pass.
Ugh.
So
That's
does he
what I got.
take half damage?
Hit or miss, the shard explodes. A target 5 feet. No.
Okay. So this knife hits him. But he's managed to paw it away before it explodes, and he shoots it into the corner before it bursts. Thought you could ice knife me, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
Don't blame you for trying.
She shrugs and stays where she is.
Okay.
So I'm going to say this is kind of interesting. He was restrained when he was laying down. I won't say he'll be able to stand up easily enough. So yeah, he is standing. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were questioning whether he is prone and restrained.
Mm-hmm. Which I will say he had time to stand up before he got entangled.
You say so. Alright. So I am going to. I'm up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get to do that scorching ray, casting that at him. So 3 rays of fire. So he's gonna be the target for all of them. So that was roll 1. There's gonna be 6 total rolls, okay? So the first shot is a 24 and an... Wait, no, sorry, hold on. 24 and a 25, the crit. So that's the first ray. That does 12 damage because it crit.
Okay.
And then the second one is a 21.
That will hit.
That is 7, and all of this is fire. And the final one is a 15.
That one will miss, actually.
Okay. Can't win them all. And then I whoop, 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 over behind this.
Alright.
Can you move it for no apparent reason?
I'll try later. And let's interact with object. Free action. I try to move it for no apparent reason. Does it move?
Yeah, you can tell it's very wiggly.
Oh, I give Calla a thumbs up.
Alright, Calla leans out from behind the statue and draws her bow. Oh no.
Advantage.
You do get advantage.
Oh, nice.
12, well, yeah, that'll miss.
Okay, and then I hide again.
Alright, give me a stealth check. Oh, he's gonna see you, though. Roll a natural 20.
Oh.
Alright, he's gonna try to break free. Fortunately, he rolls a 9. That is his action. Right, Arnid. Bud.
Oh, sorry. Had to step away for a second. The dragon didn't do anything?
He tried to break free.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, let's try to hit this thing as much as we can. Alright, well, first off, I'm going to call in some assistance. And I am casting Spiritual Weapon.
Right.
A floating spectral weapon with within range lasts for a duration or until the spell or basically just a floating sword or mace or something. Basically appears next to the dragon and tries to smack him upside the head. Yeah, he's within range. And it doesn't say for the hit. Oh.
I thought 14's the hit.
Oh. Okay, well, probably misses then.
Yeah, well, at advantage.
Oh, right. Well, I don't think a 6 is going to hit either.
Yeah. Yeah, so the
Alright.
spectral sword, or mace, whatever you want, appears next to him, tries to smack him, but does not work.
Okay, well, I tried, and I am... that is my bonus action, and my main action is going to be dash, and it's going to run over to get behind this pillar.
Yeah, that's a bonus action, right?
Yeah, the spiritual weapon's a bonus action.
Even summoning it's bonus action?
Uh,
I know to attack with it's a bonus
yeah,
action.
yeah.
but-
It says when you cast a spell, you can make an attack, and I can make an attack on my on bonus actions for later rounds too.
Okay. Alright, Revi.
Yeah. It's still restrained.
Still restrained.
I'm still kind of stuck, guys. I don't want to use up all my spells. So I was like, no, I guess I have to. I'd like to do Ice Knife at level 2.
Okay.
Do I still get advantage, or...
Yeah, he's still restrained.
Oh, baby.
So that's crits, yeah.
Nice.
Roll another d10. Okay, hold on. So it's a second level. How? What's the damage dice? Like, how many did you roll for second level?
Sorry, say that again?
How many damage dice did you roll for second level?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, okay, so the cold damage is increased at second level. Okay,
Okay.
but you did crit, so roll. I'll combine those two. So he does 6 piercing for that, and he'll roll dexterity. at
Ooh, I wanted to
disadvantage.
fail that. I'm wondering. Hold on, Joey. Since it did crit, we had this conversation before. The second part of Ice Knife doesn't crit. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. That's kind of my takeaway. Anyway,
Yeah, I think you're right.
he'll roll at disadvantage. He will pass the dex save.
Man.
Okay, that's me.
But he's looking hurt and very frustrated. He goes, "This was supposed to be my moment of triumph. And I'm just
That's what you get for napping.
entangled in these vines."
I love it.
Right. Weylund.
I'm gonna pop out behind here, and I'm going to attempt to firebolt him for a 19.
19 will hit.
Yes, for 6 fire damage. Take that.
Don't strain yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Calla.
Then I hide back again. Not hide literally, but take cover. I'm not Calla.
All right, let's try this short bow again.
Yep. You will get your advantage. So you get yeah.
Good. Or not good. This is good.
Well, that's a hit. It's a crit.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you do a lot of damage. And, as this arrow, like, hits kind of a vital part of him, he goes, "The King Killer Star was so close! I think I can feel its power.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps with its strength I can..." And his entire body kind of lights up with electricity. It starts to sizzle around him, burns away the vines, and he goes, "I feel its power. The power of my ancestors!" And he is no longer restrained, but he will take to the air, swoop past you all, and fly downward to the orrery below, where you hear him go, "You two buffoons! Start the ritual!" It's like, "Master, it's not time yet! Start the ritual!"
I think we better get going, guys.
You Neandering ninnies.
Yeah. You nincompoops? So he is atop the orrery. Top the orb that represents the planet. And he's just gathering power.
Oh. How high up was did the elevator get us?
15 feet. If you want to crawl down it, then it'll be double movement.
Well, what's this 15 feet? 15 feet's not fatal even at level 3, is it?
You'll take a d6 of damage if you jump down, basically.
Okay.
And you can use an action to pull the crank. But everyone has to be on it, you know?
Yeah.
But it's Arnid turns.
Is there a way to bring it down safely from where we are?
There's not.
Okay. Dash action. I'm not bothering with the weapon anymore because it would take forever for it to get there. Wait a minute.
I'll let you take it with you. No big deal. Does it have a movement speed?
It didn't mention one.
I think it's just any place, like, within 60 feet of you.
Okay, good enough. He's just gonna go charging past Revi and just jump.
Yeah, but you will take a little bit of falling damage as you jump.
D6?
Ooh.
Take 5 falling damage.
Okay.
But you can use an action. You can hold your action. Wait till everyone's there.
No, I have to use the action to get that far.
Okay, yeah, it's true, you dashed.
But I'll use the bonus action and
There is the kobold looking confused right by it.
yeah.
Like, what's going on? Why are we starting the ritual early? He's saying to you, Arnid.
Yeah. That's not your master. That's the bronze dragon in disguise.
I like that.
He looks blue to me.
Ah, come on! Dang it! They're too dumb to trick.
But Arnid is... Alright, Revi, your turn.
So the platform isn't up here, is it?
The platform is up there.
Okay.
Actually, you can't crawl down because there's this open space there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll either have to jump or you do have line of sight if you were at the top there. So
Yeah, as a spellcaster, you're perfectly happy up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. Oh, that's 30 feet. Okay.
Yeah, Arnid looks like he's planning on lowering the thing, so I feel free to stay on it.
Yeah, she's gonna do that.
Hey, and keep in mind, whatever you're concentrating on is your entanglement is no longer
Oh yeah,
needed.
of course. All I can do right now is frostbite.
Okay. So when this is happening, the orrery is actually starting to crackle with electricity, and the little ornament that represents the King Killer star is starting to like glow even brighter, and the effigies are starting to glow, each with their represented color. So you think something is definitely happening. The King Killer star grows near. But you can do your attack, frostbite.
Yes.
Is that a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
$13, so he meets
makes it.
So
Yeah.
he beats it. Beats it.
Hmm.
He just blocks it with his wing. He goes, I feel the power, the power! Alright, Weylund.
Weylund is going to climb out onto. Oh, good. I can just barely get there. 30 feet, and we are going to. What are we? We're gonna magic missile all three to spark render.
Right.
120 feet. Yeah, so that's well within range. So 1, 2, 3. 12 force damage.
Right. So after he started this ritual, and kind of lightning as it fused his body, he does look healed up and healthy again.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
I barely have any spell slots
Phase
left.
2, baby.
Oh,
It's not even his final form.
better be. Because otherwise my final form will be dead.
Final form, corpse.
Listen, I appreciate the entangling roots. I really do. But my boss needs to do something. Sorry. But yeah, that will take a little chunk out of him. It's like, I barely even noticed that. Although he kind of did. It's like, but I kind of did. Ouch.
All right, Cal's gonna make her way onto the platform and short bow again.
Right. $14 will miss. Goes in between the planets. So I will say, since you're a thief, and you get that climbing thing speed, you'll be able to find some footholds on the side of the building here, and basically be able to climb your way down without any penalty, if you want to.
I'm pretty sure Arnid's gonna lower us down in a minute.
Okay.
But thanks.
Unless he's somehow overpowered by mech.
Hmm.
I have a feeling that's unlikely.
You will go. He goes, Eldenmere, grant me power! And you'll see if he recharges his breath weapon. He does not. The moment he will continue to gather up power. Actually, he'll get out of harm's way. He'll just fly up in the air, say 15 feet. He is now flying in the corner here, kind of out of view. But Arnid, your turn.
See, I'm going to try to intimidate Mech to let go of to get away from the winch.
He doesn't need intimidating. He's like kind of panicking. He's like, "Okay, just don't hurt me." He moves out of the way.
I just pushes them away, and I'll use my action because I'm assuming this won't work as a free action.
No, this is an action.
To lower the winch and get them down.
Okay, yes. You take time. You lower them down. It's now ground level. Meek goes like, "Why are you hurting him? He's gonna gain the power of the gods."
Yeah. No, does that include Bahamut?
It's like, no, it's Tiamat. Tiamat.
You said gods. That's going to be more than just Tiamat. So, you're going to give him the power that Bahamut has.
Oh no! Curse my little kobold brain for not knowing that.
And even some of the human ones too.
Oh. Your spiritual weapon, though, we'll be able to hit him.
Okay.
Is that concentration?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. I remember we had a...
No, it isn't.
Oh, it isn't?
No. Duration 1 minute.
Okay.
Miss.
17. 17 will hit.
Oh. Okay. 7 force damage.
Force. Okay. So the effigies around the room start to glow. As the orrery starts spinning faster, faster. Someone roll me a d10.
Not it.
I mean, I can do it. Yeah, okay, I'll do
I'm
it.
gonna do it. I just figured somebody else wanted to.
D10.
There you go.
Too late. So the bronze effigy starts to glow. Sparkwind goes, "No, not that one, no!"
Didn't I break that one?
Yeah, it's like, it's done! And as soon as he fixes it, it starts to glow. Everyone... I think it only applies to Arnid, but you will regain... Oh wait, not that much. You will regain 6 hit points as you feel the warmth of Runara's father fill you. And you hear a voice say, "Do not be afraid. The power of the metallic dragons is with you."
My knees feel less pained from that
Yeah.
fall.
But Revi, it is your turn.
Okay. Do we have to wait for the platform to go down?
Oh no, it's down.
It's down? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to... come out to about here. Look at Arnid.
How would you like to get bigger?
It's like, sure.
do enlarge.
Ooh, enlarge. What does that do?
Pretty much weapon does an extra 1d4 damage.
Right. Arnid, you feel yourself double in size.
In neck talk.
This huge silver dragon is now just towering above all these other people in this room. Sparkrunner goes, maybe he truly is blessed by Bahamut. But, Weylund, your turn.
Yeah.
Weylund is going to firebolt. So we're down, not at the bottom now. He is going to firebolt at him. I'm going to move to here. Well, how high up did you say he was? Doesn't matter. 120 feet.
15 feet, yeah.
Okay, he's within range, so.
13 will miss.
13. Well, that's the best I got right now. And that's my turn.
Alright, Calla.
Alright, Calla steps out into the main area. Looks a little concerned because we're all in a clump. But
Ah!
but regardless, takes out her short bow and
What was
takes
that?
aim.
What was that rule about puppying in clumps? Ah, whatever.
Didn't quite remember what he said.
That's a hit. Alright, 6 piercing. He's definitely looking hurt again. He's like a bit wobbly in the air.
Should we try to hurt something else? Like the thingy or the other thingies?
I'm open for any and all ideas. It's said how Meek and Men were building the statues.
Yeah, he like while you were up there, he kind of put together the bronze one again. It doesn't look as nice as before. But that's the that's the one that just glowed and healed
Okay.
Arnid.
Interesting. Yeah, go for it.
What can I do? I can walk over to one of them.
Well, during combat, you knocking over one's going to be a little more of an ordeal. So you kind of can't do anything to them until your next turn.
Okay. I say maybe we should look at the blue one.
Yeah,
And
there's no markings where they are, but I'm going to say the blue one is... It's going to be right here. So on the southwest side of the room. Right, you gonna take a hide action or anything?
Is there anything to hide behind?
You can hide behind people.
That's also clumpy.
It's pretty clumpy. You might want to be less clumpy.
Okay, how far can I move?
Say 15,
I guess.
Let's say 15 more feet.
Alright, I'll hide back here, I guess. Or move back here.
Or you can use your cunning action to do a dash.
Could I... No, I couldn't also hide to just dash.
Nope. Yep.
What does dash mean? I'm sorry.
Oh, you get double your movement speed.
Okay, I was here.
So you get another 45 movement if you use your cunning action to dash.
Okay, I guess I'll go behind this thing. Whoops.
Okay.
Move.
All right. You won't be hiding, but you will be behind some cover.
Yeah. I'm cool with that.
Oh, darn. Sparkrender will dive towards Weylund.
Oh no. Isn't incorrect.
Wasn't able to get his breath back, but he will take a bite out of you. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 does not.
Ah, darn.
Whoop.
Yeah. That's shocking.
He's hungry for aged jerky.
Not too shocking. He is still flying, but he's within range of you. But for all intents and purposes, he's within range.
Okay.
Right, Arnid.
Let's see, how far away is that? Nope, too far. Okay, so while he's dive bombing to get Weylund, Arnid's gonna tromp on over and try to smack him upside the head.
Right.
Oh, I could have also done that. Oh well. Crit!
Plus you get a plus D4 to that, right?
Yep.
Because you're
plus
big.
D4.
Yeah, it's yeah, also an extra D4.
And you roll 2 D4s, so that's not your crit. That's crit. Alright, do the math for me. How much is that?
That would be what the 8 plus crit 6. Oh. That would be 14, so 19.
Okay. His hammer just comes down on him. Causes him to crash into the ground. Let's see, he's no longer flying. This is not his day. Anything else?
Just in case this thing is gonna possibly be imbuing it with more power, I'll have the spiritual weapon attack the orrery.
Oh, the orrery. Well, it seems to be the effigies actually doing it.
Oh. Then just one of the other ones. It can't reach the blue one right now, though.
Maybe the red one? No, it can't reach any of them.
No, the red one was up north, I thought.
Well, I mean, I never labeled them.
Yeah, well, they were up there when they were talking about it.
I will say with your spiritual weapon, you'll be able to hit any of them.
Okay, yeah, just go for the blue one then.
Blue one, okay, you knock over the blue one. Ben goes, no, that was my favorite. But the ritual,
never die.
the ritual will continue. Oh, I don't believe it. The blue one starts to light up, but then immediately fails because it is a pile of rubble on the ground.
It really isn't his day. It's as if the stars are aligned against him.
Oh.
But another one will begin to light up. The red one starts to glow. And Sparkrunner will go, Yes, the power of Satchruth, whose fury created this island. Everyone make me a dexterity saving throw. Okay, everyone succeeds except for Revi,
Oh.
as a kind of ray of fire erupts from the statue and hits you square in the chest, and you take 4 fire damage.
Hot, 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 hot.
And give me a Constitution saving throw. Let's see with your enlarge.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
Ugh.
well, you got one good hit.
one good hit. Arnid turns to normal size.
You do too.
Oh. Right, but Revi, your turn.
Right. I had my thing up. Now I need it again. Ice knife again. Oops.
24 will hit for 10 piercing. And I want Weylund to give me a
Oh
dexterity
fuck!
saving
I'm
throw.
so sorry. I didn't even think about that. Oh
It
no!
happens.
I haven't been making the ice shot, so I didn't think it would be. Oh my god!
It happens.
Right, so Weylund, you take 8 cold damage.
Oh.
And unfortunately, for Sparkrender, he goes, "Nothing went right. My ancestors didn't get avenged. Those stupid, smelly, chromatic dragons. No, metallic dragons. The smelly, metallic dragons. Oh, I'm not thinking right."
It's all the gem dragon's fault.
As this ice dagger pierces him right in the chest. And he goes, "I just wanted to kill everyone."
Was that so much to ask
Is that
for?
so much to ask? As the blue electricity dies from his eyes, Sparkwinder is dead. All my attacks missed. None of my lightning
That's
breath
nuts.
recharged.
Oh.
And the one lightning breath I had, I used as a plot element to escape the thing. But
I felt pretty cool. Cold too.
as
nearly
a
in there.
Sparkrender, the light literally fades from his eyes, the orrery begins to slow down, the effigies begin to crumble. And from the rope bridge that you didn't really take notice of, a bunch of other kobolds, these ones blue in color, begin to approach. They're like, "The master's dead. He's dead. The master's dead. They slain him. What do we do now? I don't know. He promised us power. He promised us gold. But now he's dead. Now he's dead." Right, what do you do?
Clearly he was not powerful to be slain by the likes of us. If you would like to worship to serve true power, make your way to Dragon's Rest. Seek out Runara.
But Sparkrender said that Runara was the enemy.
Did Sparkrender also say that he would not get killed?
Point match.
Yeah, it's like, well, he did say he didn't want to die, so the fact that he's dead
Oh.
is kind of looks bad. It's a bad look
Hey.
for him.
If you're going to follow somebody, it's best to follow the one that doesn't want to kill everyone too. That would include you.
It's like, but we're kobolds. We always follow the most powerful dragon.
Maybe follow the one that's not going to kill you.
Min and Miko's like, we could maybe joining our sister wouldn't be such a bad idea. If they'll forgive us. Goes, yeah, we kind of did a lot of bad stuff. It's like, yeah.
I think you'd be surprised what level of forgiveness they're capable of.
Now, you know what would really make them want to forgive you?
What?
Release the bronze dragon.
Oh yeah.
Totally forgot.
You also might wanna.
And she makes a gesture, rubbing her nose.
No.
The paint.
Oh yeah, perfect. Meek and Min. It's like, oh yeah, we'll wash that off. You know, we kind of wanted to blend it. It takes a while for scales to change color. But they will, Meek and Min will, say enough. You know, when the rubble kind of blocked the passage, you know, we were going to clean it up, but, Sparkrender said to leave it and keep Aderon in prison there, but there's a trick to opening the secret passage, and he points to the statues and make all the statues point to that big into that a shiny thing in the middle in the room there.
You knew it was something.
Oh.
Yeah, they all have to do it. That's the trick.
They all have to do it.
So after you do that, a stairway will magically appear. Wait. Did that just show the number? I think it did.
Yeah, it did. D5.
I thought I had a somewhere on here I thought I had a. Oh, here it is. There we go. Ooh, look at it, it's impressive. Ooh. But a stairway kind of appears that leads down. You start hearing a voice in Draconic. I think Weylund, you speak Draconic, and obviously in Arnid too.
Yeah.
You just hear a voice go, "Let me out! Let me out!"
I go to the voice.
Keep your scales on.
So you see over here, D6. Stale air, heavy with the smell of old parchment, floods your nostrils. The walls are lined with shelves stuffed with old tomes and yellowing scrolls. Glass cases, toppled over and shattered, have strewn their contents across the stone floor. The sound of splintering wood echoes through the space, and a moment later, you see an agitated bronze dragon the size of a bear, picking himself up from the wreckage of an old desk he has apparently crashed into. And this little bronze dragon, in common, goes, I heard you fighting Sparkrender. Did you get him?
Oh, we got him good.
It's like, oh, that's good. I tried to stop him myself, but he ended up trapping me in here. Did you come from Dragon's Rest?
Yeah, Renara sent us.
I shouldn't have disobeyed her. Thought I could stop him myself. But I'm not strong enough yet. He'll kind of this little bronze wormling will climb up the stairway here. He goes, she's always going on about peace and non-violence, but these chromatic dragons don't care about that. Maybe I just wasn't powerful enough yet. He kind of introduces him to you all. It's like him. Hi, I'm Adron. Hello.
Hi, Adron.
Hello.
Hi.
Wow, you guys look tough.
Revi just looks down at herself and then at everybody else, and with a confused look on her face.
This is what he looks like.
Oh.
This one
Pretty.
This one does look cute. Because one day I hope to be as strong as Runara. He like sees the kobolds and he goes, "Those are the ones that captured me."
Oh, they're on our side now.
Just like that?
That's kobolds.
Huh?
They told us how to get to you and to rescue you.
He goes, maybe I could have some kobolds of my own. You know, Runara has all those kobolds at the sanctuary. Maybe I can have some. It's like, hey, you want to be my servants? And they're like, eh. Oh, okay.
He's the most powerful dragon here.
He's got a point. I think we'll think about it. Like, I think at Dragon Rest, like, they don't have masters. We can just be our own kobolds. Like, no masters? Oh my god, like, what's that even mean?
We could form our own union.
Yeah.
With blackjack.
Hookers.
So, just to save a little time, you do notice 2 more golden dragon statues on this end of the observatory. And with the help of the flying kobolds, you go to that area. Seems to be a study where you find a journal that gives you clues about the puzzle in the observatory. So not so useful now. But Weylund, since it was kind of your mission to come here, they do inform you that the friend that came here several weeks ago got on, the bad end of Sparkrender, and was killed, dumped into the ocean. The kobolds seem kind of sorry for that, even though they're like, wasn't us, it was all him. And unfortunately, the great library you were promised here, probably most of it was destroyed when the tower was. Some of the scrolls you do find some scrolls that are intact. You do find a potion of lightning resistance in the study, which is like convenient.
Yep. Could be useful.
D6. What else do you find here? So, Calla, you do find a +1 dagger. There's a magical dagger. basically gives you +1 to damage, +1 to attack rolls. So if you search your inventory, you can search for dagger, and it should say +1. And you can equip that in your offhand. You find a scroll of hold person. Basically all the stuff you did to get the jump on Spark Render. You find items to find items here. And as for his hoard, do you find some treasure there?
Yeah.
Spend some time counting it up. You
Did
find...
we see this treasure, or did
yeah, he was like
Calla
he was
get to it?
napping on it. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he had spent some
We
time. going to
We
sword.
go back up, and it's all gone,
Yeah.
and
Yo, the
Calla
kobolds
gets
took
the
it.
full-
Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
Clinking every time you take a
What
step.
hoard?
Yeah, you find 4,500 copper pieces, 2,200 silver pieces, and 130 gold pieces.
Wow.
Nice.
There are 10 blue quartz gems worth 10 gold piece each.
Is somebody writing this down? Because I already don't remember.
Yeah.
It's in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
I'm adding it to the inventory.
And 5 blue jasper stones worth 50 gold pieces each. You guys are rich after this.
Dang.
5 blue jaspers.
And you do find a crude-looking flute, an hourglass filled with sand, and a set of 7 candlesticks.
It's called a menorah. I was kidding.
No, not.
Say those last things about the menorah.
I said I was kidding because that
Nope. I'm gonna
landed
write
like
down
a fish.
I'm gonna write menorah in the chat in the inventory. Menorah. Does menorah have an H at the end or not?
I think so.
Yes.
Perfect. And what was this dragon's name?
Spark Render.
Spark Renders.
Who you quite easily defeated.
Hey, sometimes the DM rolls poorly.
Yep. It's that recharge. If you would have gotten that lightning breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, like basically some creatures have a recharge mechanic. So like, I technically used it when he escaped from the vines, but if I rolled a 5 or a 6, he would regain his lightning breath back.
Oh.
That would have been kind of bad news. But as a group, you all kind of, as it gets darker, you kind of make camp for the night. Y'all get a long rest, and you will level up. Which you don't have to do right now. This is actually the end of the adventure.
Oh,
Oh.
The next morning, Elder Renara will meet with you. She says she was able to sleep through the Kingkiller's star as it passed, and she goes, in large part to little Cranberry here. But he's very eager to see you, and Cranberry will fly into the shrine and land on Revi's shoulder and give you a little nuzzle. And I see you brought some guests. As a whole, like, it was about like 8 or 9 new kobolds come rushing in, like, to meet her. And she goes, they're just like apologizing. We're sorry. Yeah, we're sorry. We served Spark Render. It's like, oh, calm down. Who's this Spark Render you speak of? It's like, what happened at the observatory?
We'll retell the tale.
The descendants of the dragon I slain, seeking revenge. The cycle of violence continues. I don't blame you, though, for ending him. Some things just have to be done. And perhaps in whatever afterlife he believes in, he'll no longer feel such hatred. Thank you, friends, for what you've done here. Without you, Sparkrender would have succeeded in his ritual, and his first target would have been Dragon's Rest. And as powerful as I am, if he would have absorbed the power of all the dragons here, I don't know if I could have resisted him, defeated him. And again, she gives a bow. And kind of shyly, Aderon kind of approaches Runara with his kind of head lowered. And she, like, smiles and goes, "Oh, little one, I was so worried. I regret what happened when we argued. I shouldn't have let you leave." And Aderon goes, "I shouldn't have yelled back. I have a lot to learn." She goes, "I will be glad to teach you." And she kind of kneels down, and the little bronze wormling kind of gives her a dragon hug. And Mila is reintroduced with her brothers. She's like, "Oh, my wing's almost healed, see? It's gonna be stronger than even before. I've been looking for ways to reinforce it with technology." And they're like, "Ooh, ah." They're like, "We're sorry we got caught up in all that blue dragon business." And she's like, "Ah, it's okay. Just don't do it again." It's like, "Yes, big sister." It's like, "Okay." And Tarek will approach you and goes, "Well, I think after all this excitement, probably your last day joining us. So tonight, we'll make the best feast we've had yet. And of course, Calla, if you wish to help me. What do you say? One last go in the kitchen."
Oh, absolutely.
It's all right
And
then.
more utensils to steal.
Yeah.
Shiny.
It's like, "Oh, it's a nice new dagger you got there."
It's +1 to mushrooms.
Nice. Runara will say to Weylund, "I am sorry about your friend. And that much of the knowledge you've seeked were destroyed in my battle."
There's plenty of knowledge elsewhere in the world, and death does come for us all in the end. Eventually, at some point, I'm told. I'll make my way to a new location and see what there is to discover.
She turns to Arnid. "And Arnid, you wish to stay a little while longer and help me in prayer to Bahamut. It's not often I find another follower. Or I'd like to spend more time with you."
I mostly leave the prayers to the priests. I just do the heavy lifting.
Oh, I understand.
I'll stick around a little bit longer just to make sure something else doesn't happen.
I'm sure we have nothing to worry about for quite a while. She turns to Revi. What about you and Little Cranberry?
Well, I spend most of my time roaming around the forests and the lands, but might be nice to stick around for a little bit. Especially to get to know Cranberry even better.
Oh,
She gives him a little scritch on the
yeah.
head.
Well, I think that will be delightful, and I've enjoyed our meditation
Very
here,
much
and
so.
I look forward to more if you're willing.
Very.
And Adron, I expect you to be there as well. She's like, yes, Runara. That's Elder Runara. Yes, Elder Runara. And she has a little smirk. It's like, well then. One more feast. And perhaps this is goodbye. At least for now. You're always welcome back. That night you have one giant feast, mushroom feast. They cut up that giant mushroom because now they have a lot more little mouths to feed. And there's this big pot of mushroom soup in the middle of the table, and Tarek goes, I didn't see much use of having individual bowls, so, just dig in. And gives you each a spoon. No need for bowls, no need for plates. And hopefully you get a good scoop of soup in, because those kobolds are going at it. And that morning, just as promised, the old weathered sailor who brought you here is waiting for you at the beach where you first fought the zombies. And those of you,
good old Edward.
how you remember?
Wow.
Oh, you remember my name? I thought it was a one-off character, but here I am.
Yeah, no, so did I, but it's good to see you again.
Oh, you all look stronger since the last time I saw you. You're gonna have to tell me all about your adventures. All the little kobolds, the people living here, and the elder all see you off. They wave as the ones returning to the ship return. Revi and Cranberry, though, will stay a few more days, maybe weeks. However long you wish. At the cloister. And you all return back to the mainland, back to Neverwinter. Your adventures on Stormwreck Isle complete.
Yay!
Yay!
Or are they?
Or are they?
Dun,
Dun,
dun, dun.
Golden dragon starts to stir.
I was about to say that.
Oh man, I'm
Wait.
suddenly really sad because
Yeah,
it's over.
I didn't think this would be the last one. I thought we'd at least have two more, or at least another one.
Oh,
Oh,
It's
well,
pretty
I
small
hope we
area.
all play because this was really fun.
Yeah. So thank you everyone. This was the Dragons of Stormwreck Isle. Thank you so much for joining.
Hooray! Thank you for DMing. This was great.
Yep.
yeah, thanks for the invite.
Yeah. And
Awesome playing with you guys.
yeah. And like I
Likewise.
mentioned this I think last time, but if Mark decides to do his Adventure League games, I definitely will invite you to if you guys are if you guys want to join.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Oh, Bun.
Oh,
Oh yeah. And I know sometime in the future I do want to DM Spelljammer game, which is the kind kind of the outer space one.
Hell yeah.
But that was gonna have to kind of decide who plays that one, since it's some of my other friends want to play that one too. But I'll keep you all posted, and I hope you guys had fun.
Absolutely.
Yee. Did you enjoy it enough to want to continue playing D&D?
Yeah, it's kind of the big question. Is this is kind of your first time playing D&D? Do you think it's something you would want to do again?
Yeah, I mean, there's still quite a learning curve to it, but absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
You were great, by the way. You couldn't really tell that it was your first time, at least compared to me, because I still ask a lot of questions.
No, I wouldn't have been able to handle a spellcaster. I could handle shoot to bow. That was my speed.
Well, you did it marvelously.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you.
Honestly, the rogue is actually one of the more complex of the classes. Really, at least as you level up, you just get more and more abilities that allow you to dodge or to. It's like of all of the classes, they have the most options of what to do during your round.
Yep.
And because even like. You can now use your bonus action to disengage or run away and hide and all this stuff, and you just get more of them over time.
Yeah, you have ways to like just avoid damage completely when you're being attacked, and like half damage. And rogues are pretty fun, but you do have to like kind of get higher level to start doing the real crazy stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I'll need to read up on, because I don't even know, like, when do I take a bonus action? When is that? What is that?
Yep.
But you guys held my hand. Great. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm glad you had fun.
And this was a nice little sampler platter. It had just about a little bit of everything. I liked the owlbear suddenly showing up, because it helped indicate that not everything needs to be murdered.
Yep.
Also, owlbears are really powerful, and it probably would have killed us.
It would have done a lot of well, maybe not kill you. There was one encounter I didn't do. There was a hot spring you could have run across, where a dragon, like another dragon, had died, and there was more of those kind of like steam dragons that were like manifesting from it. But it was just really similar to like the fight you had in the cave, so I didn't really think of it.
We could have had a gratuitous hot springs episode.
Yeah, could have a beach episode. In case you were just kind of curious, the pseudo dragon was something I added to this game.
Oh, I
Aw.
love Cranberry.
Yeah.
That was so cute.
Yeah. Originally the encounter was just some kobolds that kind of ambush you. And I was like, there's so many kobolds in this thing. Like, what would be fun to put here? And I kind of had the idea of it's like, well, it's a story about dragons. What if there's a little like pseudo dragon that they rescue?
Every party wants to collect as many pets as possible.
Of course.
Yeah. So I actually added that. I actually wrote up a PDF and I put it on DM's Guild, and I made $5 off it so far.
Hey, nice.
Ooh.
And it's free, so people just gave me that money. Just like gave it to me.
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
And ShortStack actually asked your sister to do some art for it, so she drew a little dragon. She didn't draw this dragon, but she drew the one on the PDF.
I haven't seen it. I'm gonna have to bug her for it.
Yeah. I can show you, you just have to find it.
Yeah.
But again, sorry kind of ended a little earlier than I thought, but I want to thank you all again for playing.
Yeah. And thank you again for DMing.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. All of that.
Great job.
Go team, go.
Oh, it's nothing. Yeah, but this was a lot of fun. Like each little chapter was pretty enjoyable. I think it was a little mini adventure.
My favorite part was still the harpies with I'll like shit in their face.
Oh yeah, they fell off. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. So what's neat is you could have done those like the caves or the ship in either order. So if you went there first, there would have only been one harpy
Oh,
and like less zombies wandering around,
gotcha.
things like that. Because you would have been level 1 and only had like 5 hit points.
Yeah.
All right, for you, Brice, I'm gonna see if we can move up session 0 to next week, unless you want a week off.
Let's do a week off.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so we'll do that at the normal time.
Okay, that works.
All right, thank you, everyone.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, and I'm
Good.
sure we will all play again at some point together. There's a lot
Hope
of games
so.
bouncing around.
Indeed.
We set the
Alright.
bug mark because he's the only other DM.
Yeah. Well, have a great rest of your guys' night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see you
sleep
guys.
well.
In the future.
Thank you.
All right.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.
It was a pleasure working with you.